Welcome to Full Court Focus. Today we're talking about the trade deadline of the Knicks, the Bulls, and the Indiana Pacers. All right, so starting off with the Knicks, friend's a Knicks fan. So what did you think of the deadline?
I think we had the best deadline in the NBA. I think really the 2 second-round picks don't really mean anything, but I feel like
You want to give them the full trade?
the trade was like Yabusele and 2 first-round picks for Jose Alvarado, essentially. But at first, we just traded for Dalen Terry for Yerson Yabusele. But then it was Dalen Terry and two second-round picks for Jose Alvarado. So I think that was a very good trade because Jose Alvarado is like up here, and then Gershon Yabusele is like down here.
Yeah, great perimeter defender, great at getting steals. Another thing that I found was really interesting was the Knicks signing of Jeremy Sohan. I think he's a really interesting player. He's still just 22 years old. He's a decent playmaker.
He feels older than he actually is.
Yeah. The problem is he's a poor shooter, but the Knicks have pretty
Shooters.
decent shooting roster. So I think it'll be a pretty good fit. It has been a pretty good fit so far. But yeah, so speaking of the playoffs, how far do you think the Knicks are going?
I think that first round will be easy. I think we're probably going to play like a team like the Heat. I don't think we're going to play the Hornets. I think that the Hornets are actually going to be like the 5 seed. I think the Hornets are really good this year.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we are definitely not going to play the Bulls. I think that we're probably going to play the Heat because I think we're probably going to be like, by the end of the season, I hope we can be the 2nd seed. And I think that Heat are good enough to play the 2nd seed in
so they would be
playoffs.
7th seed. So yeah,
and then the second round, I think we can go to the Eastern Conference Finals and then we could possibly make the finals.
Yeah, I think the problem is the Knicks are either going to face the Raptors or the Hornets in the Eastern Conference Finals. And
I don't think the Raptors would be a big problem.
I think the Raptors are a big problem. They have arguably the best defensive player in the entire NBA. In my opinion, Scotty Barnes. He's 6'8". He's leading the entire NBA in steals and blocks. Steals plus blocks, he's leading the whole league. He defends everyone from centers to point guards. I value versatility more than just pure shot blocking.
I don't care. He's not the best defender in the NBA.
I think he is. We can debate about that. All right, moving on. Moving on to the Bulls. The Bulls were also involved in that Knicks trade. They acquired Yabusele and they sent away Dalen Terry. They also had a trade, in my opinion, that was kind of dumb. They sent away Ayo Dosunmu and Julian Phillips. Ayo Dosunmu is a great defender, averaging 15 points a game this season. Could be a 6-man of the year candidate. Julian Phillips, and a decent young player. They acquired Rob Dillingham, just added to their crazy amount of guards. Lennon Miller, who's not great. They also acquired Jaden Ivey from the Pistons, and they also acquired Colin Sexton from the Hornets. So they acquired basically a bunch of guards, and they sent away Nikola Vucevic.
My takeaway from the Bulls,
Anthony Simons.
I think my takeaway from the Bulls is that they had the worst trade deadline in the league.
They're just a team without direction. They were a team without direction when they got rid of DeRozan and Levine, and now they're a team without direction where they have, I think, like 9 backcourt players.
Yeah, I think that it's a crazy thing to say, but the biggest part of their trade deadline was getting Yabusele. Like he's actually doing pretty good for them, but like they did so bad. They didn't think. They thought, oh, this player is good, so we have to trade for him. They didn't think, we already have 8 guards. We don't need another guard. And they traded away Kobe White, who is generational for their team.
Yeah, Kobe White.
For Colin Sexton.
Kobe White's probably the best player on that team since Derrick Rose.
Vooch is up there.
Vooch is up there. Vooch was, I think, an all-star one year. I don't know if it was with them or with Orlando.
I think it was probably with Orlando.
Yeah. But Ayo Dosunmu was the best piece they had.
Yeah.
I think they should have gone for some big man depth.
Traded him for nobody.
Yeah. I think the Pistons probably wouldn't give him up, but I think a guy that would be good on this team is Isaiah Stewart. He's a very valuable player, though.
Beef stew sucks. I don't like beef stew.
You're just a Knicks fan. It's an affliction.
I don't like beef stew. He's too angry. I don't like him.
He's probably the best shot blocker in the NBA.
Well, he's
a good shooter too.
I feel like he's only good because he's on the Pistons.
Yeah, I think he's good because their culture allows him to be who he is.
Yeah, I don't think he would be tolerated on other teams.
Sure.
That's what I think.
But every team, great team, needs that guy. I mean, you have Draymond Green. You have a guy who enforces. You have a guy who will go to bat for his teammates. Sometimes that matters more than on-the-court production as a guy teammates know they can count on when it really matters.
Yeah, but he is pretty good. He is a great defender.
Like, there's a reason why P.J. Tucker's on the Knicks, and it's not because of basketball.
He's not on the Knicks anymore. He was last year.
Yeah, he was last year. There's a reason P.J. Tucker was on the Knicks with basically no basketball skill. It's because he impacts the team on a different level. He's in that locker room. He's a guy.
He's a coach.
Like Garrett Temple that I can see becoming a coach after they retire. So we'll see how that turns out. Last team we want to talk about is a team that I thought had a kind of weird deadline. The Indiana Pacers, their biggest move, Ivica Zubac and Kobe Brown to the Pacers, and they got back Ben Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, a protected 2026 first, a 2029 first, and a second round pick. So Benedict Mathurin is a guy that I really like. I think when you're athletic, you're tall, you're a good shooter, I think you can develop into something. But the problem for the Pacers is he wasn't something right now, and they needed a big man. And Ivica Zubac was elite against Nikola Jokic defensively last year in the playoffs. Good defensive center and a lob threat to go along with Tyrese Halliburton.
I think that they didn't have a good deadline.
Fair.
I really like Benedict Mathurin. I did not like him in the playoffs last year, but I think we know why. But he's really good. I mean, I think it was his first game with the Clippers. He had 40.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know what the protection is on the pick.
It's probably at least, I would say, at least top 7 protected, and that means it's not a pick. It's a ruse because that pick is going to be in the top 5.
Yeah, I think the Pacers could get a top 2 pick, and they probably will.
I respect that.
They are a very bad team.
I think the Hawks might get the number 1 pick from the Pelicans.
That's funny. I hope the Hawks get nothing.
I think the top 3 is probably going to be Pacers, Pelicans, Kings in some order.
I really like the Pelicans franchise.
Yeah.
Or not the franchise. I really like their team. I don't see how they're doing so bad. Because if you look at their team on paper, they look really good. Sadiq Bey is amazing, and Derek Queen is really good.
Sadiq Bey is really good. I think Sadiq Bey would be a good fit on the Knicks, actually. They should have.
Yeah.
They should have tried harder to get Sadiq Bey. But he's not very efficient, but he had 50 in Detroit one night.
He's really good. And efficiency isn't always everything. Efficiency a lot, but...
Yeah.
And also they have Zion, who's amazing when he's on the court, and this season he's been on the court.
Yeah, I think the problem is Zion became Zion right when the team was done with him. The team did everything in their power to keep him on the roster, to make him happy. They hired Joe Dumars, who believed in him. And then Derek Queen comes along, and he's not even a starter anymore on some nights.
Derek Queen?
Zion.
Oh.
Derek Queen starting over Zion. So I think a culture shift might be good for him. I don't know where he goes, but maybe the Pelicans cut him like the Nets did with Cam Thomas. I'm pretty sure his contract for next year is not fully guaranteed, so they might have to eat a little bit of money, but it's a lot of cap space.
I think that if I was the Pelicans, I would put all of my assets into making Jeremiah Fears the player that he could be. I would trade away Zion for...
LeBron.
I would trade away Zion probably actually to the Lakers. I would probably try and get
The Lakers don't want Zion. The Lakers...
What? I would really want Rui Hachimura if I was Pelicans.
I like Rui. Rui actually was really good right out of the gate for his career. He started every single game as a rookie, averaged 14 a game.
Yeah, he's really good. I like
overall, playoffs-wise for the Pacers is not happening, obviously. But the important thing is next year. The important thing is next year because Tyrese Halliburton comes back. Tyrese Halliburton is the clutchest player in the NBA. You saw it. You saw it.
No.
You saw that shot over Mitchell Robinson. He is the difference. You've seen it this season.
He double dribbled.
Regardless of that, Tyrese Halliburton is the difference between Game 7 of the NBA Finals and tanking and gunning for the lottery.
They also don't have Miles Turner anymore.
Yeah, but Miles Turner kind of sucks this year.
Yeah, but he was good last year.
Because of Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton makes the people around him better. The Knicks would rather have Tyrese Halliburton than Jalen Brunson.
No, not in any way. No. Jalen Brunson is so much better.
It's a culture thing.
No.
Tyrese Halliburton is objectively a better basketball player.
And Tyrese Halliburton would never sign with the Knicks.
Yeah, but Tyrese Halliburton is younger. He's more athletic. He's taller. He's a better passer. He's a better shooter.
No, he's not.
Tyrese
Definitely not a better shooter.
Has Jalen Brunson been a 40% three-point shooter and the number one option on the team?
Yes.
I don't think he's been a 40% three-point shooter since his days in Dallas.
What? No. That is not true. He's definitely been a 40% for three-point shooter.
Regardless of that, thanks for watching, y'all. Another episode of Full Court Focus. Catch y'all on the next one.